जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय राम, 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 जय
ఫస్ట్ టైం కాకపోతే పిల్ల చెప్పలేదు స్వామికి நாங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் வந்து சாப்பிட்டு இடம் மாத்திரம் கேட்டாரு சுவாமிஜி அதான் பர்மனண்டா இருக்காதுங்களா
சாமிஜி ஜோக்கிங்
நானும் அதான் இப்படி ஒரு தூரம் சாப்பிட கூட நீங்க சொல்றேன் அதுக்குள்ள இதை சொன்னா முதல்ல நான் கூப்பிட்டோடனே மாட்டேன்னு சொன்னேன் ஒரு திருப்பி திருப்பி சொன்னாரு
கீதா உமா
உமா எந்த இடத்துக்கு பாருங்க உளிக்குன்னு போனோம் நீ வரலையா அப்ப நான் வரேன்
உமா உமா
நான் எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் பயமா இருந்தது
உமாவுக்கு பயம் இல்லை
ஆர்த்தி அங்கே உட்காரி நினைச்சு போயிடுவேன்
जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. So guidelines that we are going through. Nami silently dwells within us. Drop me and mine to see the Nami. Nami pervades the universe. Let deeds flow as spontaneous expression of the Nami. Nami is the beginning, middle, and end of all happenings. Huh? Let deeds flow as a spontaneous expression of the Nami. Otherwise, Nami pervades the universe. Nami is the beginning, middle, and end. Nami is the real doer. Nami, who is love, dwells in the heart. All are one in Nami. Nami expresses as innocence and sincerity. Each life is uniquely the Nami's expression. rest in the protecting grace of the Nami. Nami silently dwells within us. When we hear, what is the example that comes to our mind? Vehicle and petrol or fuel, whiteness and the words. Okay. Drop me and mine to see the Nami. No. Clouds hide the sun. Muddy water. Okay. Nami pervades the universe.
Space
And the thread. Yeah. Let deeds follow as a spontaneous expression of the Nami. Pen. Nami is the beginning, middle, and end of all things. Waves. Nami is the real doer. Fire. Nami, who is love, dwells in the heart. Warmth in the fire and sweetness in the sugarcane. All are one in the Nami. Gold appears as many ornaments. Clay appears as many forms. Nami expresses as innocence and sincerity. Seed grows. Seed grows in a fertile soil. Still water reflects us clearly. Okay. Each life is uniquely the Nami's expression. Different instruments create one melody. Many lamps. Yeah. Rest in the protecting grace of the Nami. Child feels the holding and the passengers trust the driver. Now that part I think it is becoming clear to us. Now, while we were answering, you will unknowingly do not bring the Nami here. We may use the word Nami. So what else is needed? A vehicle cannot move without a fuel. Agreed. Words are visible only because of the whiteness. No, why don't we have this in our mind and then chant for 5 minutes? What happens?
Okay.
The vehicle cannot move without fear. Words are visible only because of a background, white background. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om. So fuel stands for and the vehicle stands for huh? That is also in the example. When we chant, we are trying to remember what happens. So here, when we say he is the fuel, chanting entity is the fuel? No. Chanting entity? Who is chanting now? And chanting entity by itself cannot chant. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. The power to chant is fuel. What is that fuel stands for?
Subtle and mysterious. Subtle and mysterious. Fuel is a subtle and mysterious power.
The one which makes us to chant.
Which is responsible for everything.
Now, here you.
Here for that.
So when we are chanting, the example is right. Now, example remains an example. It will not help us to identify the Nami. if we simply go there. So what else is to be added? That's what we are struggling. So here the fuel is what? Car is what? Fuel is the force, is the power, is the power. Okay. And what is the car?
In this case, the one who is trying to
Body, mind, intellect. That is the vehicle. Body, mind, intellect is the vehicle, and the fuel is
mysterious power.
fuel symbolizes what? Fuel.
Nami.
Nami again is a word which fuel stands for that power which enables the chanting.
Which enables the
Car stands for the BMI. Similarly, word stands for Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. You cannot say words stands for. Words
letters.
I think while words stand for the sound, okay?
Oh yeah, the sound which arises from the soundless substance.
Word stands for the sound. And whiteness?
Stands for the soundless substract.
Stands for the power enabling thing. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Sound is audible because there is soundless substract. The audibility of the sound.
No, that is right, that expression is right. But when you chant, how do you connect it with your experience? Is there any word? Whatever you are telling, intellectually it is 100% right. Sound can exist only on a soundless substratum. But when we sit, close our eyes and chant, how does it become? The words do not exist as words. Sound. Okay. Sound. And whiteness for Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Base. Base na Brahma. Eh? Correct.
He's saying something like transformation. What transformation?
No. No. Whiteness stands for what? From experience, we should try. Not again. Don't go by meaning, literal. You chant and see how does this go. You mentally chant, and you. At the moment, we are separating the example as an intellectual input. An input that is intellectually, it will go with it. Okay. That stage we have reached. Okay. Now we are again going a little further. When we chant and we get this example, how does it, in the experiential level, how do we feel? It may be difficult to put, very difficult. Still, we will try that. At least for the sadhana, it will try. Whether we should do it in Namasava, that is a different thing. So our question is then, how do we recognize the unseen presence within us because of which we feel we exist? So this revelation, words stand for the sound and whiteness for the base. Stillness problem. Stillness. Fuel stands for that power which enabled the chanting. Car stands for the body, mind, intellect, equipment. Okay. Word stands for the sound. Okay. Whiteness for stillness. Everybody can feel the stillness?
Yeah. Yes. Because if the mind is restless, then we can't feel that.
So then how do we recognize the unseen presence within us because of which we feel we exist? Whether the question is all right or not, based upon this now. A vehicle may look complete but cannot move without a fuel. Fuel stands for the power which enabled the chanting. Words are visible only because of a silent background, the whiteness. Whiteness, words stand for the sound and the whiteness for the stillness. Now the question is, how do we recognize the unseen presence within us because of which we feel we exist? No, whether it goes along with that. Whether the question has to be
unseen power இருக்கிறதுனால Swami தெரியுது.
yes, correct. But the question எப்படி வரணும்?
What is the question? Swami, the question, what is the question?
How do we recognize the unseen presence within us because of which we feel we exist?
Okay. So that question is only to go within. Isn't it, Swami?
Now we found out now that fuel stands for the power which enables the chanting. Car stands for the body, mind, intellect, equipment. Word stands for the sound. Whiteness for the stillness. Then the question, does it go? Well, I think there is something we have to change.
No, question is going along with the theme. It is going along with the example. Oh, the question is going along with the exactly. Ilva. Question is matching the theme now.
இந்த அமாவாசை சொல்லுவேன் சுவாமிஜி அது மாதிரி தானே இது இல்லையா உள்ள போனாதான் இல்லையா
Fuel stands for that power which enables the chanting. That is the unseen power. Na? Whiteness stands for the stillness. Stillness. Okay. Then then the question, how do we recognize, no. Otherwise, this explanation should not be there. Suppose I say, I reframe the question. Do we recognize the unseen presence as the power which enabled the chanting? We are giving an example. Straight to be, suppose we say, how do we recognize the unseen presence within us? So for that, we are now giving an explanation. Fuel stands for the power which enables the chanting. Car stands for the body, mind, intellect, equipment. Words stand for the sound. We can say whiteness stands for the stillness, and word stands for whiteness. Whiteness stands for stillness, and word stands for the sound. Now that is very clear now. Okay. Now this power enabled the chanting and the stillness. That is the Nami. So our question should lead to that.
Do we recognize? Swamiji, that is better. Starting with, do we recognize the unseen presence?
Do we recognize?
The unseen presence as the power.
Do we recognize the chanting power?
No. Do we recognize the unseen presence as the power behind the chanting? That's what first you told. How do we?
Do we recognize the unseen presence within us as the power enabling us to chant, and the stillness as the base for our very existence? Can this be experienced by becoming aware of the chanting and the Nami? Let us chant with this awareness. Do we recognize the unseen presence within us as the power enabling us to chant and the stillness as the base for our very existence? So, example is correlated to the indwelling reality. Then again to reflect.
Swami, the half question was enough, Swami. Other question, half, no? Stillness as the base of our existence. Because question becoming long, we'll get confused. Question should be as short as possible. Too many ideas.
Too many ideas?
Lot of ideas, lot of words will clutter out.
While chanting, am I aware of the unseen power like fuel that enables this body-mind function and the silent stillness like the whiteness that holds the sound? Or do I recognize that just as fuel moves the vehicle and whiteness reveals the words, it is the unseen power and stillness that sustain my chanting? Am I aware of the power behind the chanting and the stillness behind the sound? While the body chants and the sound arises, do I notice the silent presence that enables and supports both? Am I aware? Recommended for Namosav. ChatGPT says this. Am I aware of the unseen power behind the chanting and the silent stillness that holds the sound? Nice. But the first one, it is the example is also taken. While chanting, am I aware of the unseen power like fuel that enables this body-mind function and the silent stillness like the whiteness that holds the sound? I think very clear, no? Huh?
It's from a lot of questions. We have to think too much. It should be simple. Charuma is telling this is good.
Am I aware of the power behind the chanting? You can think about it. Am I aware of the power behind the chanting and the stillness behind the sound? One? Yes. Simple. But here we are not.
Don't bring too many again and again.
Don't bring too much.
Some examples like pen and the writer example, it is very nice. Some examples are very
Am I aware of the power behind the chanting and the stillness behind the sound? Okay. And inner again, can this be experienced by becoming aware of the chanting and the Nami? That's one ma. Am I aware of that? This can be avoided. Let us chant to, you can say, add one more. Am I aware of the, let us chant to become aware of the, let us chant with this awareness. Alright. Let us chant with this awareness. Now again I will try. A vehicle may look complete but cannot move without fuel. Words are visible only because of a silent background, the whiteness. Fuel stands for the power which enables the chanting, and car stands for the body, mind, intellect equipment. Whiteness stands for the stillness, and words stand for the sound. Am I aware of the power behind the chanting and the stillness behind the sound? அப்போ எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் வேணுமா வேணும்? The vehicle may look complete but cannot move without. Words are visible only because of a silent background, the whiteness. Fuel stands for that power which enabled the chanting. Car stands for the BMI. Whiteness for the stillness, words for the sound. Now reflection. Am I aware of the power behind the chanting and the stillness behind the sound? Let us stand with this awareness. Nami?
The word Nami has not come.
Do I recognize the Nami as the power behind the chanting and the stillness behind the sound? Am I aware of the Nami, the power behind the chanting and the stillness behind the sound? While chanting, am I aware of the Nami, the unseen power like fuel, enabling his body mind, and the silent stillness like the whiteness that holds the sound? So that we are bringing the example also along with it. Nami is also put. Yeah. Eh? First one. So this is the first one. While chanting, am I aware of the Nami, the unseen power, like fuel, enabling this body mind and the silent stillness that holds the sound, like the whiteness. You know?
While chanting.
While chanting, while chanting, am I aware? Now it goes in a mechanical. You know, I am asking myself, by that question, I may probably I think we are reaching somewhere. Am I aware that the sense of me and mine is covering the ever-present Nami within me? Am I able to feel the Nami, the one common presence in all, amidst the apparent divisions? I think this
Swami,
Ah.
this is good.
Do I recognize the Nami as the unseen power functioning through all my actions? Am I aware of the Nami, the changeless presence behind all my experiences, thoughts, words, and deeds? Do I recognize the Nami as the unseen power behind every function, including this chanting? Am I aware that the love, kindness, and compassion within me are expressions of the Nami? Am I able to see the Nami, the one present in our being, behind the many forms? Am I allowing the Nami to express through me by maintaining simplicity, sincerity, and purity of heart? Am I able to recognize my life as a unique expression of the Nami without comparison? Do I truly trust the Nami, the unseen presence, guiding, protecting, and sustaining my life? Kurma,
This is
I think some clarity, yeah.
smaller questions. Smaller questions.
And it says, it's a joy to see how thoughtfully you are shaping these. This will truly deepen the chanting experience. Whenever you are ready for the next step, translations, audio flow, further refinement, I am here. Today morning, detailed discussions were with some of our friends. After 10 years, this AI is going to dominate the whole world, and it will first shatter the teaching system. I told them I am optimistic. So whenever anything comes, everybody will have some reservations. It will not work. But later on, it gets adjusted. We become one with it. World has not gone bad. So, because we all remember when this mall super bazaar concept came, everybody said it will damage the whole small vendors. Maybe there, but people have accepted, no? Some will be there because we believe everything is coming from him. So it cannot be bad. So in the question, we will change this and then see how it is. We will experiment in Bombay and see whether this is okay. It is helping us. The purpose of Namotsava is to dwell on something else. Okay. That is now it is very clear. And I would also like to change, drop me and mine to see the Nami. Something else.
Actually,
Huh?
Swamiji, dropping me and mine, it means reducing desires. No?
அந்த நாம் அல்ல, அழிவு நாம் அல்ல, me and mine.
No, that is because of a desire. Why do you say I am being a desire? Because I have a desire that people must recognize that I am the real. The desire for recognition is that that's why.
To drop me and mine. Nami stands silently, dwells within us. On the same pattern, Nami pervades the universe. Nami is the beginning, middle, and end. Nami is the real doer. Nami dwells in the heart. All are one in the Nami. Nami expresses as innocence and sincerity. Each life is uniquely the Nami's expression. Rest in the protecting grace of the Nami. Whether there can be a little more refined question and a refined theme. Drop me and mine. The experiential, the truth is that no, the moment I feel I am talking, that means the me and mine, the doership. Doership. When the doership is taken over by me, I become unaware of his presence. I am doing it. I am talking. I am writing. My the Hari, what is it?
Hari ka name.
Huh?
Chabu Hari.
Hari nahi, jab hari nahi. No, no.
Things go within, not for question answer we are telling. We have to find out from ourselves what happens. So when the me and mine comes, I am chanting. Then I am not aware of his chanting. I am not aware that he is making me to chant. That is why Papa said, even if I lakh, 100 lakhs, 1 lakh or 100 times, 100 years if I chant, I will not recognize. Nami reveals in the absence of doership. Eh?
Doership, there is another one. Nami is the real one. Here we want to show the covering goes away. So we say me and mine obstructs.
Nami removes what? Nami removes.
Nami is revealed.
Nami reveals when?
Me and mine.
When we
When the grip of me and mine
when doership leaves.
Doership is there.
Nami reveals when?
This is the covering is going.
Nami reveals when?
Idness goes.
Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Nami's presence experienced in absence of I and
Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. When the when the chanting is not owned by the me and mine, okay, then the Nami reveals. Nami reveals when the doership.
You know that your owning word is also nice.
Ownership.
When you're owning the chanting, that is also making a lot of sense.
No, when we hear, no, what happens when you chant, when the Nami, when the chanting is heard, it is very pleasant because I am not there. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. It is a very important.
When the sound is coming from after chanting, the inner conscious mind will become activated. It will become more attentive. Chanting.
No, that word is very nice. Inner consciousness is activated.
Inner conscious mind will become activated.
Becomes activated. No? We are not doing anything. When chanting, again repeat.
While doing the
chanting,
inner conscious mind will become activated and then it will become more attentive towards to that one. Mind will become only fixed to that chanting and whatever the nama or japa is listed. Now.
In mental chanting,
both.
oral chanting are not necessary. Mind can wander also. You can be chanting and mind can be wandering.
When the inner consciousness is activated, when it becomes activated, it doesn't allow the mind to go here and there. So what happens while chanting is that attentiveness is not there. That word is also when the attentiveness is not there, the mind goes here and there. Okay, let us do some probbing again. Very nice. In today some more clarity is there.
One more point.
Yeah. The question it gets reframed. Now certain headings we have to change. And when we go that, Papa now makes it clear that that means ultimately, the chanting, we should become one with the chanting. The chanting entity and the chanter and the chanted become one. The I, me, and mine. That is what we want. Chanter and the chanted become one. The devotee and God become one.
When it becomes one, nobody is there to
Nobody is there to
claim.
value.
I did chanting. Chanting.
chanter and the chanted become one. Chanter,
Chanted and chanting.
chanter, chanting and chanted. No?
Triputi.
Let us keep it somewhere. It might help us. May not be useful for our Namosava, maybe useful. But it will help us. Not that we have to change every day, but this gives us some more clarity. When we hear at least, people who are hearing for the first time, we also did not hear. So we do not expect. Because we are doing some churning, some manana. Because Papa has said that it should enable us to remember him. Even that word is not right. No, remember who? Remember him and the God consciousness. That is clear. That is very clear.
God conscious.
God consciousness means, as he said, that the one which gets activated. By this chanting, it gets activated so that nobody is there doing it. It gets activated by itself. We do something. Hari Om. Om. At least now let us all try here. How to merge these three: chanting, chanter, and the chanter. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. The hearer, the hearing, and the heard. The hearer, the hearing, and the heard become one. Hari Om. Let us see.
Swami. 5 o'clock.